This conference will now be recorded.
Hotapo, everyone. Welcome to the debut of our new channel, the FABAK channel, Foundational Ancestors Black American Kamet channel. This channel is a dream and manifestation of the foundational Black ancestors' intent to empower the spiritual, cultural, economic, and political force of foundational Black Americans in North America. So let me first establish what is a foundational Black American. I am a foundational Black American. I was born in America. My family's from America. We trace our lineage back for generations to the United States of America. And my people come from the blood, history, and soil of this land. The foundational Black American movement, and here is its flag, the FBA flag, Foundational Black American flag, refers to the specific ethnogenesis of people in the USA who belong to the legacy of original or Aboriginal Black American Indians who went through the slavery process, the slavery experience, chattel slavery, enslavement, combined with all of our ethnogenic genetic mix. There are many videos online about FBA, but it's basically what happened to the Black Native American original Blacks of the USA when they were admixed with slavery and with European invasion. This formed a new ethnogenesis of our culture that came to be known now as the FBA culture. It is the Black American culture that links back to chattel slavery and before. So the FBA movement is very powerful because it is a moment in foundational Black American history where we decide our own destiny, we name ourselves, we empower ourselves, we focus on ourselves as an entity. And we gatekeep and protect our lineage, our ancestors, their struggle, their experience through slavery, lynching, water hoses, being attacked by dogs, chattel slavery, the destruction of our cities. We have a very unique experience in the world that no one shares. No one shares. And so we have, on ancestral command or ancestral inspiration, gotten on code about protecting our ancestral legacy, our history, and our future. We are focused on being an independent grouping whose focus is on our agenda, our needs, and our future. So, the ancestors wanted me to create this channel in order to provide a forum for the annexing of the Kemetic systems with foundational Black American history. So I am a foundational Black American. We are a lineage. We're not a group. We're not an organization. We are a lineage. And the lineage is full of all types of people. There'll be Christian FBA, Muslim FBA, Buddhist FBA, Baptist FBA, Atheist FBA. We are simply a lineage. And I am the Kemetic FBA. and giving voice to that energy. So, what's going to be revealed on this channel is primarily how to use the Kemetic systems that I have built over the many years to empower FBA agendas, FBA lineage, FBA powers. Now, let me give you a few examples of FBA people. Here we have, I'm from this lineage, okay, of these famous people here. I am also from this lineage of these original, Aboriginal, Black American Indians, quote unquote Indians. They're not from India, but we're going to call them Indians. The Black Indians have been on this soil for hundreds of thousands of years, well before the Europeans arrived here, well before slavery, well before the Mongoloid, Asiatic immigrant Indians that came from Mongolia and from Siberia. Those are what's called the Red Indians. They are a much later immigration wave through the Bering Strait. They are not the Aboriginal or the original native people of North America. It is the Black Native Americans who are the Aboriginal foundation and creation of the Indian cultures here. I am part of this Black American Aboriginal Indian legacy. Her, okay. I'm just giving you visuals of our history, our legacy, our traditions. Okay. So, also, the Black American Indians built pyramids, they built mounds. Let's look at this one at Cahokia. Okay. This is a pyramid complex. These are pyramid mounds built by my lineage. Here we have more. This here is near St. Louis, near Collinsville here. Yep. Let's pull that back up. That's okay. We have here some of the mounds, just to show you that we have a culture of pyramid building in North America. And here's another image to show you here. So we Black Indians of North America built pyramid structures, pyramid mounds in all the Americas, from so-called South America all the way up through the entire continent of the Americas. We were here building pyramids. So I'm going to focus this channel on educating the world about foundational ancestral Black American Kemetic traditions. We have many mystical traditions of the FBA people, the most famous of which is hoodoo. Hoodoo is a uniquely foundational Black American spiritual tradition spearheaded in New Orleans. Marie Laveau made it very, very famous and very, very well known. So we have a tradition of creating our own spiritual paths, and I am in that line of creating and establishing a FBA spiritual tradition. Now, as you know, there are many pyramids in Kemet. So there are pyramids in Kemet, and there are pyramids in North America. So there is a connection between the two. And what we're going to focus on the foundational FABAK, Foundational Ancestors Black American Kemet system, is this goddess here with the stars. Her name is Nut. She's the goddess of the sky. She's the goddess of the metaphysical realm. She's the goddess of the spirit world and of astronomy and astrology. She will be very, very powerful in this teaching on this channel. We will call her Nut Heteru. Heteru is the goddess of beauty and the beauty of the sky. Heteru. Het means house or womb, and Heru means above or sky. So Nut Heteru will be a primary focus of our work. And I'm going to target and aim all of our focus here on the fact of how to use spiritual powers to forward our agenda as a lineage, to forward our political and economic and social agenda. So it's going to be spiritual powers for practical purposes. And in fact, one text that we'll be using a lot as a beginning entry point to the spiritual political force of FABAK is Dr. Claude Anderson's book called Powernomics. He's a fantastic table here in Appendix D where he goes through a checklist of things that FBA people should be insisting upon in order to protect and empower the lineage. There are 20 questions. Here's the last two on the left page there. But this is a wonderful model to begin seeing how to use spiritual power through this lens of 20 bullets, how to use spiritual power to manifest this list of 20 entries for the empowerment of my lineage. So I won't go through all of these right now. You can get this book online. It's called Powernomics by Dr. Claude Anderson. You see here it's at archive.org. And here's the link. If you can see Powernomics there. And you don't need an account, I believe, to check this book out on this web library. But this is going to be a lot of how I'm going to link spiritual training and spiritual philosophy with FBA checklists. In other words, it says for the first one that we have to ask as FBA people, do the issues, programs, leaders focus on foundational Black American rights and economic integration instead of social integration and civil rights? How do you use spiritual power, divine force, to manifest bullet number 1 and bullet number 2 and bullet number 3? Okay, so I'll be focusing very strongly through the pyramid, the Great Pyramid of Giza, as a spiritual lesson, as a spiritual manual on how to focus FABAK individuals on using Kamau spiritual systems like our old Hoodoo system to manifest our lineage's growth and expansion. And that's basically what we're going to be doing on this channel. It's going to be very exciting, very informative. I'll be bringing down a lot of spiritual information and how to apply it in a political context. We will be working heavily with healing arts, the healing arts, and how to use astrology and spirituality for healing the FABAK community, how to get prosperity, how to get education. All these things will be brought forth on this channel, and we're looking so forward to sharing it with you all and empowering my lineage. FABAK, Foundational Ancestors, Black American Kemet. I'm bringing Kemet here to North American Foundational Black Americans. With that, I wish to thank you, and I look forward to engaging with you all. And may the light of our FABAK ancestors light the way to Heru, returning Ma'at to the world. Duawen Hotepu.